Welcome back to Bits of an Artist's Life. This is Sandy Hester. I'm excited to show you a project I've got going on. I'm going to bring you along, and it is a Christmas edition. I don't know. Basically, I'm working on nativity paintings each year, almost each year, not always. I do some kind of nativity painting. I've been doing kind of this series called He's Here for quite a while, and this year I got really inspired, and I am sick this week. I have the big C. I'm filming this November 10th, so you probably won't be watching this till December, and I'll be fine by then. But right now I am extra horsey. This is my today's Friday. I came down with it I think on Monday, so, but I am getting kind of winded still with talking, but I thought I want to pick up the camera, show you guys what I've got going on, and this has turned into a bigger thing than what I thought it was going to be. About a week and a half ago, I thought, yes, I want to paint a ginormous nativity painting for over our mantle, and put together a big canvas and was ready to jump in. And then I thought, no, let's take some steps back. Let's do some planning, see how that goes. I usually don't plan, I just jump right in. So let me turn the camera around and show you the state of the studio, because anytime I am doing a project like this, making lots of sketches and things like that, the studio gets out of hand. It's already usually in out of hand mode, but it is in real deal. So let me show you that. And I've actually not started painting on the big canvas, but hopefully by the time this goes out, I will have started it. Maybe it'll be on the mantle, who knows, but let me show you this stuff. All right, so here's the state of the studio. It is in over the top, out of controlness. Let me show you what I've got going on though. As usual, when I'm in a project, I have stuff spread everywhere. The floor space is actually pretty good right now, but the state of every single surface is filled. So I got this really large sketchbook out that I have. I don't know what this is. I don't really love it for painting on it, but for sketching it's been nice. So I tried to do a box the same size, or at least the same shape kind of as the canvas. I'm going to show you these closer in a minute, but I've been doing lots of sketches, thinking about prep work, and then I thought, okay, time to move away from this kind of sketches. I need to start thinking about color. So then I started doing several color sketches. Again, I'm going to show you these in a minute. So I have all these spread out. I've been working some in some old sketchbook that I have that I don't even know the name of, and then these larger ones are from the sketchbooks that I've made, and I've got a video up of those. I'll link that here and below. And then I thought, okay, it's time to start moving away from me working in a sketchbook. I feel like I'm kind of getting that. And then I decided to move into collage. I don't know why, but I just got this urge to do collage. So did a collage one, love it. Again, I'll show that to you in a little bit better. I've got under this stack right here, tons of collage paper and stuff. Basically just paper that either old paintings, that I didn't finish. I've been using those to chop up, and then when I've got extra paint left over on my palette, I've been painting paper and just kind of working from this. Then I decided I'm going to paint a painting from this, so I did this one, and I also prepped some paper so I can work some more. I think what I want to do today though is move back to collage, because I feel like though I love this, there's something about this that I really like, and it helped me kind of think through composition in a different way. So I think I'm going to pick another one of these, maybe the same background color, which was this green. See what I can do with it and just get back to play, because this made me a little more serious and thoughtful. I enjoyed it. I'm loving my baby Jesuses. I'll show those to you in a minute. So that's what's going on. Just stuff everywhere, working through it all, laying everything out all over the place. literally all over the place. And I'm going to sit down and do 1 or 2 more of those today. These I'm going to be framing and having these for sale. Any of these that I finish on paper, we're going to have them framed really nicely and have those for sale, hopefully by the time this video is going up or before. But that's what's going on. Thought I would tell you about it and show you where I'm at the current state. These are just like my paint. Hold on, let me show you. So when I peel my paint off from my palette, I will keep it. I end up throwing them away because I don't use all of them, but I do like to collage with this stuff. It's nice because it's like, it's actual paint. That could be a nice mustache for somebody, yep. And I like it to be kind of thin. I used to say really big, thick chunks, but now I like the thin ones. I like it too because I don't have much control. And so it's just kind of all, oh, that's gonna be a good mustache. You know, it's just loose, they're jaggedy. You can cut them or tear them. But I do like to use that. Can you see that? I can't see the viewfinder. Okay, I'm gonna carry on just creating some faces and some figures and then build it together. And I'm using 2 different types of matte medium. This one, and then for thicker bits, this one. Or sometimes it's just whichever one I open is what I'm using. Okay, so here's the mess from today. I kind of like it because I didn't finish, and it's nice to come in the next morning and have something to work on. And here's my little bits of stuff and where I am so far on that. There's all 3 kind of together. I'm kind of liking keeping this simple, so I'm not going to do a ton more, but I do still have work to do. So that was fun. Oh yeah, and look, here's my horse model. Isn't that cute? So I was using him to model. It's nice because I can turn them whichever way I want. You know, if I need a horse going this way. And decided to put some wings on my horse today. And I've got notes up here too of like ideas that I have. So yeah, nice. It'll be fun to come back in here tomorrow morning to work on this. Okay, let me show you what I've got going on this morning. So it's the next day, and I came in first thing this morning and prepped some pages. I've got an idea of what I want to do. I'm really liking how this is coming along, but I want there to be more festivity, like more playful colors. So I prepped some pages to be able to use for collage. I feel like I'm pretty close to getting started on this, but I kind of liked having a little bit of a color palette to pull from. I've prepped my page in a bright pink, the main page I'm going to work from, and then I think I'm going to carve in with a deep purpley blue for the actual background. So there's little bits of pink showing through. That's my thoughts. The other thing I did, I was getting my coffee cup out of the cabinet this morning. I have this like old painting that's kind of like abstract that I did. Sometimes what I'll do with paintings like this that I don't think will sell, but they're lying around, I'll like use them like wallpaper. So I've had this stuck in my kitchen cabinet. That's like a glass cabinet with our coffee cups. And I was getting my coffee cup out this morning and saw this area right here that has like little bits of pink and this green and this blue, and I was very inspired. So I yanked this out. I had it all like in there so nice, and I yanked it out and thought I need that to go up in here as inspiration, because I think I want to do one more with like this kind of background color. So I need to prep another background page for that, and then I think I'm going to be close. I was only going to do one more, and I may only do one more before I get started on this because I'm feeling a little pittered out. Let me turn the camera around and talk to you if I'm going to just talk. What was I saying? I feel like I only have like one more in me. And what I mean by that is that there's a balance for me of doing prep work. I feel like I need to set the camera down. Let me set y'all down here on top of, will this work? Hold on. Let me use a marker to prop y'all up. Okay, this is not the best like angle, but what was I saying? Oh, for me, there is a balance of like doing prep, but then not overdoing it. You know what I mean? Like I can just get over it because I get bored very easily. So the reason I say I feel like I only have one more in me is that I may abandon this completely, this whole big one, which I want. Like the whole point of all of these was to be able to do this big painting for myself, and I want to have it done before Christmas, or I'll definitely abandon it. So I'm going to do this one that I've already got everything prepped, and then if that goes great, I'm just going to be like, okay, that's it. But if I feel like I want to try this other inspiration of like this green with those little flecks of blue in the background, then I'll do that. I'm only able to get about one done a day. Yesterday I only got that half of one done. That's about all the energy I have right now. So we'll see. Actually, then the other problem is that like next week, so today's Saturday, this whole last week has been like sick week, even though I've worked. Next week is get back to work. Like I'm going to still be trying to take it easy, but I have a full week work, and just life has gotten so stacked up and backed up. So even, actually that may work well, because I probably, if I am ready to paint on the big one, I won't have time. And that will give me a little break from this. And then maybe by next week, which will be Thanksgiving week, maybe I can start working on it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's all about just creating and keeping my hand moving. And this has been wonderful to do for a sick week. I've really enjoyed it. Okay, getting out of breath. So I'm going to sit down and work on this. Okay, let me update you on what's going on. I finished this. I'm going to give you just a little peek of it right here. I'll show it to you in a minute. This collage, it's definitely the way I want to go. I'm not feeling great today. My energy is really low. Yeah, I don't know, but it just is. So I am ready to start my big canvas, but I also know that's going to take energy. So I have one of these left to finish, this one. So I thought what I would do is work some on this big one today. I'm trying to decide if I want to paint just the whole background, this pink, and then paint on top of it, or if I want to carve in. I've got to make that decision first off. But because I know this is going to take a lot of energy, I thought, well, I'll save this other one to finish throughout the day so I can just kind of sit down. I'm finding I'm really enjoying collage, that it's just kind of a low-key, low-energy, sit down. I work really slowly, methodically, thinking about things and just enjoying it. And I've literally not cut my finger off at all yet, or cut it at all. It's like a Christmas miracle. Okay, I have finished this one and I love it, but here's what's funny. Okay, so I went in, I showed Grady some of my early sketches and was like, this is where, right here, I'll give you the Grady presentation. So I went in and I said, okay, this is kind of like where I started with my thoughts and sketches. And these are nice and pretty, but I just wanted something more festive. And then I said, this is where I've ended up. I wish I had his face on camera because he goes, it's like he'd gotten electrocuted. So, don't know if that was a good sign, but basically it doesn't matter. It's going up over the mantle if it turns out good. It is exactly what I wanted. Something that like feels fun and festive, a little mix of like birthday party, you know, because it is Jesus's birthday. A little bit of like circus, like old town world circusy. Yeah, so I'm excited. This is what I'm going to use as inspiration. So I've been trying to go back and forth to decide, should I collage it? I think that probably would be a good idea, but I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do first is try painting it. If I don't like it, then I can just paint over this like a Pepto-Bismol pink again and then collage it. At that point there'll be texture and it won't collage as easily, but that's okay. So I think that's my plan for today, and I'm excited. It's really been nice to have this during this sick week season. I'm calling it season because I'm probably going to be sick for a little while. Because it's just giving me something like at night when I'm not feeling good, and this medicine I think has made me a little anxious feeling, or maybe it's just all the stuff stacking up. No, it's definitely the medicine because I'm having bad dreams and stuff. But anyways, it's just been nice to try to shift my thoughts from like all that's going on and think about, ooh, what do I have tomorrow to do to paint? And then, you know, the time passes during the day really fast because I've been working on these and enjoying it. Art always makes time pass quickly. Dishwasher finishing back there. Thank you, Grady, for doing the dishes all week. It's been such a blessing. So I don't know how much of this I'll get done today. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday, and I have to get back to work tomorrow. So we'll see how far I get done. I really have got to pace myself though, because I could really overdo it getting into this. So that's the plan. My next step is to decide, paint this pink, just the whole thing pink, and then work on top. Okay, let's talk about that. The reason I'm trying to decide about that, you would think, yes, of course, paint the pink. The reason that I don't always do that is because of edges. There's two different ways you get edges, and it's either by carving back in, but I also do have some nice brush work. So if I have the pink background and then I'm painting something on it, I get those edges, but carving back in gives you different edges. So I know that the background's gonna take 2 coats or maybe 3 to get at the nice like Pepto-Bismol-y color that I'm gonna want, and the depth of like thickness, because I do paint kind of thin and build up layers. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do 1 layer just so I can start judging value right off the bat. And then things like the letters, I definitely want to carve back into those with the pink around it, because then I'll kind of get that cut out collage look that I do like. That's the plan. I'm gonna get to it. Okay, so I am done with this painting and I could not be happier with it. It is everything I was hoping for when I started painting it. I wanted just kind of a festivity about it. The horse teeth did make it in. They make me so happy. And some other teeth made it in too. Wait, let me show you this. Okay. Okay, the teeth, so much fun. I wish I'd put teeth on everybody, but you know, like maybe the owl. No, the owl has a beak, not teeth. Okay. So to me it says like birthday party, a little bit kind of like old-timey circus. And I am thrilled. And I'm also super thrilled with how baby Jesus turned out. I just think he turned out with the sweetest little face, and wanted to make sure I put a little crown on him and just a heart representing love. Yeah, there's texture, there's color and pattern, even like little swoopities for the, you know, like he's all happy and jumping around. He's got a little happiness jump going on too. The owl, he's got some cute character about him. I don't know, just the whole thing. Oh wait, and then this little guy too. Just little bits like that just make me so happy. So the next step is for me to put this on the mantle. I'm hoping it looks as good on the mantle as it does in here. I think it will, because our walls are kind of like this green, which is really fun. I think the pink is going to really pop. And then here are a few of the collages that I did that I used as reference. I have one more that I need to finish. Let's see, this one right here. I'm hoping to finish it today, and then I'm going to frame all of these and we'll have them for sale. So they will be up on the website, I'm sure, by the time this video goes up. So you can go look at them there. We're going to do them kind of in this floating frame, and I think they're going to look really good. So on all of the edges, I painted them, and I did each edge. Let's see if I can show you like this, a little different. I just did the top real simple because that should never show. And then over here, and then the bottom, I'll show you the bottom when I get it up on the wall. It's gonna be so fun. These guys are just gonna be like, it's Christmas. I feel like that's what it's gonna say. So, oh, did I show you this guy's mustache? Look how cute his little mustache is. And he's got kind of like a weird mohawky thing. It's so cute. And let me show you a close-up of this guy's face too. I thought he turned out really sweet. Everybody just looks so happy, especially Mr. Horse. I feel like that's really appropriate since I always do like the horse whinny, you know, when I do something funny, and I put some wings on them, which I think are fun. Okay, there is my nativity painting, one of my favorites that I've done so far. So at the beginning of November, this is what I started with, just kind of thinking about the layout. I was thinking of something real crowded. So I was thinking about different animals. I was thinking about things like baby Jesus right here with a crown on his head. Do I want to put a snake in somewhere? You know, thinking about Satan and things that it talks about in Revelation about kind of the Mary and all that. But anyways, this is what I was thinking about. The angels. Actually, I don't think the angels made it in any of my finished things. There are some flying things. I have like a flying cat and horse. I guess those were the angels, but this was one of my first sketches. Then, well, I'll show you this. I can't remember if I've showed y'all this painting. This was one of the sketches I did when I was thinking about a big painting that I did. Well, I'll show you the finished painting. I did several sketches. This is the only one that I think I have in here, but I was thinking about the two gardens, Garden of Gethsemane and Garden of Eden. And in the finished one, I've got apples that fall into this garden, representing sin in both gardens, the nighttime, and Jesus weeping all alone in the garden, and how he's drinking the cup while Eve's eating the apple. Satan is in both of them, but I do love how this sketch turned out. Thought I'd show y'all. Okay, back to this. Let's see. I had some sketches of animals that I started doing, thinking about which kind of animals do I want to be in the nativity. None of these animals, the sheep did make it. I was also thinking about things like this, like wise men holding, like the gold, myrrh, that kind of stuff. Let's see. I have to keep flipping this around. Then this was another version I did. The flying cat is starting to enter in, some other flying things. The owls did make it into the finished version. Playing around with what style I wanted to do the owl, and playing around with some other compositions down here, and starting to think about value, because I knew that was going to play an important part. I even did things like, I love how in a lot of old paintings there's kind of that halo, but I did not end up doing that. So the angels are still here. More sketches here. Trying to think through, did I want like the stable? Did I want it to feel like you were looking in? Like this was the kind of the stable and the barn. Then I did some smaller sketches thinking about the design of the roof there. Did I want it curved? Did I want it rectangle? Not rectangle, like pointy. Okay, that's something else completely. Okay, I don't remember the order that I did some of these sketches in, but I started to work through color and just thinking about value and the pattern and getting like the city. I don't know, just wanted to just really play. I think I did all of this maybe with color pencils and like Neo colors. I did that one. Do I have anything else on this one? No. So then, again, I don't know in what order, but I know this one I was playing around with, again, this kind of composition of like the stable and the barn. This was done just with watercolor and gouache. I know some of y'all have asked me about the video that I just did with the sketchbooks that I made. And I was also going to show you this sketch right here because some of you had asked about watercolor. This right here was done just with watercolor. So you can see kind of how it separates on this paper, but you get amazing texture. So I thought I would just mention that real quickly because this one was done with gouache and watercolor also. So I kept things really simple. I tried to not get into details. I just wanted to play around with the composition a little bit. But, oh yeah, I forgot about the little mice. I don't think mice made it into some of my finished ones, but not my big finished one. Okay, then I think I have two more to show you in this. So I still just wasn't sure about the color palette. So then I did two more that were a little more muted and moody, which I like. I really like the color palette of this a lot, actually. Kind of wish I'd done that on paper because I think that would have been a nice one to sell. Again, I was trying to keep things simple. I don't think the little town made it either in a lot of the finished ones. Those mice right there are cracking me up. They look so cute. So again, these were just, working things out. That's what all this was about, just working out the composition. And then I realized I've done enough in my sketchbooks. Let's do some outside of the sketchbooks. I'm going to show them to you, but I think I'm going to wait till this afternoon when the lighting gets a little better. But they turned out great, and it's what moved me from this kind of style to what the finished version is. So I'm going to wait till the lighting's a little bit better, and then I'm going to show you those. Thought I would show you some closer ups here of these collage paintings that I've finished. I think in every single one of them, baby Jesus and his little onesie turned out so cute. I love the owls in them. I felt like they kind of were bringing like the little message. And of course the, dancing, jumping kitty cats in the little village I think are so cute. Another little owl here. Their little legs hanging down make me so happy. Then I did add some mice too, maybe one or two of them. I do wish I had added mice to the big one. And then of course this is the one that the big painting is based off of. I think that little wise man is so cute with his little glasses. Little bird bringing the message, and I let little things like kind of like the tail hang off there, and some of them I have little bits kind of hanging off the edge, which I think is just a nice little touch. And this is the one that I did just like the painting, drawing. Cute little texture on that kitty cat. He looks so happy. I feel like all the wise men have such personality in these. And then baby Jesus, I think he turned out so cute here. And some more mice. Yeah, just super happy with like the birds, the owls, just all the little characters are so cute. And a blue horse for the nativity. And then I finally finished this one up. It turned out really cute too. I love like the little bits like the horse's tail and ears and the moon and this little guy's legs, like little bits of it hanging over, I think really make it special. This one I feel like maybe a little bit simpler composition, but I just love it. Yeah. Time to put this big boy up. Oh boy, I knocked over the entire nativity.
Oh, take it.
Yeah. We on it? Oh my gosh, it looks so fun. Okay, I am quite happy with that. I think it looks great. I'll probably, if I know me, rearrange this mantle like several times. Actually, let's turn these lights off right here and see if you can see it a little better. Yeah, I'm one to like kind of change all this stuff over and over and over and over, but for now, that's it. Still have lights I have to put on the garland because we didn't have batteries. But yes, so cute. Okay, let's come back here. Can you see it a little better? Let's get the shot in with the Christmas tree. Oh, so pretty. Okay, that is festive and fun. And then I wanted to show you this too. Okay, I think Emily Powell's painting, can you see it, or is there a reflection? It's so cute for like, it looks like a little Bethlehem like background for the nativity. So cute. Most of these are like hand carved wooden pieces that I got years ago, I think on Etsy. And then I've added like a couple, you know, like the pig and Mr. Horse. And then of course like the donkey and the owl. Everybody's here, but I think that looks so cute. Yeah, I think it's really festive. If I know me, this will end up staying up here like till next Christmas at least. Okay, there it is. Good job. You were fun to do. 3 quick things before I say farewell for 2 more weeks. First thing is there is a new podcast out today. It is with my friend Mel on Creative Catch Up and her 2 friends, Natasha and Crixus. We talk about failure and making mistakes. It's great. I love their podcast. I listen to every episode, usually multiple times. So I'll have a link for that down below. And also, if you want to listen to all of the podcasts I've ever been interviewed on, my website, there's a whole list of them. So you can go and just listen away. I've got a couple more coming up soon too that I'll be excited to share with you. Also, speaking of the website, I've updated the website. So I've kind of put things in different categories. There's some new paintings up. All the paintings, those collages and stuff, Nativity are up on the website, so you can check those out if you're interested in purchasing. I feel like it's just a little bit easier to navigate over there now, and so that was like a huge thing. Check, got done. And third thing, you guys loved last week's video on making the sketchbooks. I have one thing that I wanted to mention as an update that I think just like tops them off as amazing. One of you told me that you put tape on the bind, like on the edge, because I had one, like some of my stitches were showing, and I loved this. So somebody mentioned they use masking tape. Also looked, there is like bookbinding tape. I started to purchase that, and I've got, you know what, I've got a bunch of colorful duct tape and masking tape. So I did that to all of mine, and it just adds such a fun like pop of color to them. I was just so glad that somebody told me that. So I used all kinds of masking tape, fun duct tape, you know, just yeah, played with that. So nice way to add pop of color, a little bit of personality, and also protect those stitches. So thank you for mentioning that. I feel like that just like was like the chef's kiss to these sketchbooks. So I wanted to mention that because I know a lot of y'all are making these for gifts for Christmas. A ton of you have already made them for yourselves and are loving them. I'll have a link of that below too, in case you want to go check that out if you've not seen it yet. All right, that is it for this week. I'll see you back here in 2 weeks.